this short video I want to briefly look at some occult symbolism that has crept into Christianity, and I don't believe it should have any part in Christianity, and yet we're finding this creeping in everywhere. Okay, let's start with the esoteric tradition known as Hermeticism, which forms the basis of, or at least very heavily influences, most of the occult mystery schools. We're talking Satanism, Luciferianism, the whole works, folks. Attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, who was the supposed writer of an ancient work known as the Emerald Tablet. From this comes the phrase, as above, so below, as within, so without. And the name Hermes Trismegistus is widely thought to be a combination of the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth. I covered some of this information in a lot more depth in a video I made a couple of months ago called New World Order, Dominionists and the Luciferian New Age 2018. Through this video I'm going to be using the term pyramid and inverted pyramid, but bear in mind that I could just as easily replace that with thaumaturgic triangle, which is an Eastern mysticism rendition of the triangle, and you can see from this image above that an upright equilateral triangle represents the male and an inverted equilateral triangle represents the female. It should be noted also that throughout paganism and the occult that the concept of dualism is a widely held and taught belief that pervades basically all of their other beliefs. So let's just have a brief look at how this has infiltrated Christianity. Okay, so let's just look briefly here at Bethel Church and their conferences and concerts, and we can clearly see the as above so below and occult dualism in every image that I'm going to show you here from Bethel Church. Okay, this one first of all, we've got the stage at one of their conferences. You've got an upright pyramid and an inverted pyramid. You have an H and an inverted H, which they've used to be the N. The E, instead of a normal E, is 3 lines, so you've got as above, so below represented by the lines, plus it's got its dualistic opposite E up the top. You've got everything divided in two, so you've got an as above, so below with the letters above and the letters below the two pyramids, the inverted and upright pyramid. It couldn't get more blatant than this, folks. Now, even the lights create a pyramid, or perhaps more than one pyramid, and the stage layout is completely symmetrical or dualistic as well. So this is a deliberate layout of as above so below, and they disguise it as heaven come down kind of theology. Why the obsession with open heavens and inverted pyramids and pyramids? You've got it again here, completely clear as a bell. Your pyramids inverted and upright, your as above so below is so plain. It's here as well. Again, you can see the two pyramids again. So this as above so below theology that's being portrayed in their images is absolutely no way that it's a coincidence. And here's another one from 2018. Can you see the as above so below symbolism in there? It should be pretty obvious. Let's just look at this one for a minute. 8thocean.org, Sound and Love in Motion. You can clearly see an inverted pyramid there. Sound and love in motion, and the light going outwards. Doesn't that look very New Age? Sure does to me. Okay, so it's not just an inverted pyramid though. If you go down, you'll see it's matching upright pyramid at the bottom there. Eighth Ocean is a ministry dedicated to diving into the uncharted realms of God. It is called to transform the generation through the 7 mountains of cultural influence, and it was born out of a poem from Fiorella Giordano. If we go down, we can see it's talking about a mass harvest and an unstoppable army. This is very much dominionist kingdom now theology. Really, this is all appealing to a combination of people's love for mysticism and also for being involved in something grandiose. look at this. The vision was born out of a dream of Fiorella Giordano, the founder of Eighth Ocean, where the angel Gabriel visited her. Not just any old ordinary angel, but no, it has to be Angel Gabriel, the very special Angel Gabriel. And the angel said, there was a dream in the heart of Jesus on the cross that the army of the Lord would be built, where the veil tore, the dream that was in his heart poured upon the earth. I mean, this is... Well, I'm not going to say too much more. It should be fairly obvious that sort of occult mysticism is what is being appealed to here, and a grandiose kind of plan of the founder. And it really bears very little relation to what's actually found in the scriptures. Folks, you need to be really aware of the New Age principle of Christ consciousness, where they basically teach Christ consciousness is essentially another term for enlightenment, and they believe that it is a universal truth that by completing the ascension process just the same way as Jesus once did, that everyone can reach that Christ consciousness. So it's a completely occult and New Age philosophy. Jesus warned us that false Christs would arise, and also don't forget the verse in 2 Corinthians 11:14 where it says, "And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light." And let me add, possibly a counterfeit angel Gabriel could be one of his disguises. The Message Bible uses the term "as above, so below" in its rendition of the Lord's Prayer. Matt S. of A Minute to Midnight did a great article on this a while ago. It's worth checking that out. Most of us know the Lord's Prayer as saying, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." But that's not what the Message Bible says. The Message Bible says, "Our Father in heaven, reveal who you are, set the world right, do what's best, as above, so below." So, wow. Why is "as above, so below" in the Message Bible? I'll tell you why, because I believe the Message Bible is a deliberate New Age distortion of the Bible and is bringing everyone into the oneness religion of the New World Order. It's not by chance, it's deliberate. And at this website, which deals with auras and energy and basically New Age type stuff, it asks the question, what does it mean? As within, so without, as above, so below. And you'll see it's talking about heaven being in your own mind and so below being on the earth, and it being one of the 7 principles of Hermes Trismegistus. The founder of the New Age movement and occultist Alice A. Bailey also talks about the old occult truism "as above, so below" in her books. And so this saying should not be in any supposed translation of the Bible, let alone in the Lord's Prayer. You can also see the "as above, so below" dualism in images here from Hillsong as well. Another thing I want to very quickly look at is the phoenix, a mythical bird said to be the only one of its kind which lives for 500 years and then dies by burning to ashes on a pyre of its own making ignited by the sun. It then rises anew from the ashes. Rise from the ashes, this phrase actually refers to the resurrection of the mythical phoenix. And we can see this discussed also by Manly P. Hall, a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason, and the Phoenix is a very big part of occult and Illuminati and Freemasonry. So let's look at a song by Elevation Worship called Resurrecting, where it says, "By your spirit I will rise from the ashes of defeat. The resurrected King is resurrecting me. In your name I come alive." So that sounds very much like the legend of the Phoenix. Why have they crossed rising from the ashes with the resurrection of Jesus. Again, it's another subtle piece of occult theology that has crept its way into Christianity. Christ alignment is based in Australia, and while I'm sure they are very well-meaning and probably really nice people, and I understand, I think, what they're trying to achieve, and in some ways, I can relate to it, but there are some serious warning signs to me about how they're going about it, and their destiny cards, and their appealing to the Christ consciousness of people really send some strong warning bells to me about their methodology and about what gospel it is they're presenting and what Christ are they introducing people to.
They come to us, we don't go to them. We're doing this, as you know, with Christ's alignment, and we do have a huge team of over 50 people who are all trained evangelists in prophetic evangelism, and they use their giftings to really give people mind-blowing encounters with Jesus. One young man saw even his future family. It was really in the encounter, and this was really amazing. People are being healed in the encounters. They go so deep into them with Jesus that we can barely get them out of it. We hardly have to say a thing because he's doing everything. He's able to do it all. We also have another set called the Psalm set, and on the back of them there are Psalms out of the Message Bible. These are a beautiful set to use, again with religious images on it.
Hi, I'm Ali.
Right.
What was your name?
Daryl.
Hi Daryl, welcome to Christ Alignment. So anyone that does a reading hears from the spirit realm, which exists outside of time and space. So we're hearing from the Christ Spirit. Therefore it's possible for us to hear about your past, your present and your future. However, we don't like doing future predictions because it confines you to times, places and events that you've got little control over or choice over. It locks you into things. So here we're hearing from a higher realm that wants to empower your destiny and not control it. So does that make sense?
Yep.
Awesome. So it's our goal to empower you from this third heaven realm. And what I have here are the destiny reading cards, and they're going to reveal to you the gifting that you've been born with.
Of course, Christ Alignment charges for their destiny card readings, and one can probably see the attraction that some people may have to go and visit one of their card readers. Well, that's it for this short video. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website aminutetomidnite.com.